Back in 1989, I was working for one of the world's large computer companies, and a friend of mine came to me with an idea. He said to me, "I've been reading all about the internet and what the internet can do." And he said to me, "Dave, did you know that this internet will allow people to send messages to each other from anywhere in the world? They'll be able to do bookings. They'll be able to send each other pictures." And I said, "What are you talking about, Andy? What on earth are you talking about?" And then he went on and said, "You know what we should do, Frood? What we should do is we should put together a whole chain of what we would call internet cafes. And in these cafes, we could have little tables, little cafe tables with PCs built into them. And then people could go in and they could put coins into these tables and send their messages and talk to their friends and send their pictures and do their bookings. And you know, that would be a great business." I said, "Andy, I don't know what you're actually referring to, but it sounds good." So the rest is really history. But the interesting part about that story is that Andy told me, one of his friends, he didn't mention a word to the company he worked for. And this company's got a lot of resources, a lot of capital. They're able to bring new products to market very successfully, very quickly. But Andy never said a word to the company he worked for. Now, why is that? I've actually discovered that all people are mini creators. Now, when you look at the word creation, all it means is that there's something there today that wasn't there tomorrow. Creation starts with thinking, and we're able to do that as human beings. We're able to think about something different. And after thinking about something different long enough, sometimes we take action. When we take action, there's a reaction, and then the creation process has started. You know, if all of us are mini creators, that means that inside any large corporation, there are tens of thousands, in fact hundreds of thousands, millions of mini creators that are capable of coming up with new ideas every single day. Now, there's some examples of this working in corporations. I'm aware of one corporation that is working with the mortgage market, and what they did was they watched mortgages being prepared every day, being written out on handwritten applications and faxed to the lenders or the banks. Somebody thought, there's a better way of doing this, and took some action. And now, some 11 years later, there's an electronic application for the forms, for the application forms that are sent directly to the banks by tens of thousands of users every day, every year. That's creation. People only have two prime motivators. One is love and one is fear. And this applies to the workplace as well. People are either doing what they love or they're trying to avoid something, like losing their job, not earning enough, not keeping up with the neighbours. And sometimes early in life, people get onto exactly what it is that they love. And you see these people around. You see these young musicians, you see people who are really good at sport at a very young age, maybe it's acting, and then they're doing what they love from a very, very early age. And you know what? Then something else takes over. When they love something, the money either follows or they're not so worried about how much they earn. Unlike the rest of us, who seem to be out there chasing a dollar because we've been brought up thinking by way of what's on TV, what we read, everywhere we see the advertising, that we need to earn big, look good, live in a flashy house, drive a flashy car. Not so for the person that's doing what they love. How do we get people to do what they really love inside a corporation? How do we make sure that people are enjoying themselves? They've got a smile on their face when they go to work?